Black Myth Wukong, the complete story. Wukong's heir is walking toward the headband. The story starts long before the Destined One moves. Sun Wukong, the stone-born monkey king, fought heaven because he wanted his own life. Buddha pinned him under a mountain for 500 years. Tang Sanzang, a monk sent west for scriptures, later freed him because he needed Wukong's strength. He also kept him bound with a golden circlet. That band tightened when its chant was spoken, and it turned freedom into pain. Wukong finished the journey and even gained Buddhahood, but the band still answered to someone above him.
Look, monkey. I don't make a habit of fighting someone.
That is the danger from the start. If you rebuild Wukong without breaking that chain, you do not save him. You make a new prisoner wearing his face. After the pilgrimage, he went back to Mount Huaguo, his home mountain, because he wanted one plain thing. He wanted to live there with his own kind and stay out of heaven's office. Heaven did not trust that. Erlang Shen, heaven's public enforcer and Wukong's old rival, led the assault on the mountain. When Wukong tried to tear the circlet off in their duel, the band suddenly tightened and stopped him. Erlang struck. Wukong turned to stone. 5 of his senses split from him and were handed to old enemies who had helped in the attack. 1 sense did not go with them. The mind was kept back. Centuries passed. Monkey after monkey left Huaguo to gather those relics, and none came home with all of them. The Destined One, a silent young monkey from Huaguo, is the next one sent out. He leaves thinking he is carrying his king back to life. On Black Wind Mountain, the first trail leads to Black Bear Guai, a bear demon who once served Guanyin, the bodhisattva of mercy, and later chose reward over discipline. The keeper of Black Wind Mountain, a local guide who wants the path to keep moving, teaches the Destined One the first tools he needs. A buried side path also drags him through Elder Jinchi, an old abbot destroyed by greed for Tang Sanzang's robe. That hidden fight matters because it ends the last unrest from that old crime and wins the fireproof mantle. Then he reaches Black Bear Guai himself. The bear took Wukong's eyes from heaven's reward, and those eyes pulled him back into greed and power. The Destined One kills him, and the craving eyes do not sit in a pouch. They awaken inside him. Now the errand feels heavier. He is not carrying Wukong's pieces. He is letting them sink into him. The second trail goes through Yellow Wind Ridge, a desert kingdom ruined by one bargain. Yellow Wind Sage, a rat ruler who once was spared by Bodhisattva Lingji, repaid that mercy by helping attack Huaguo. He took Wukong's ears, cut off Lingji's head, and buried the whole ridge under Samadhi Wind. Lingji returns only as the Headless Monk, a broken guide who can advise but cannot finish the job himself. A buried detour through the lost kingdom of Sahali leads the Destined One to Fuban, and from that ruin he wins the Wind Tamer, the one vessel that can swallow Samadhi Wind instead of feeding it. With it, he breaks the storm and beats Yellow Wind Sage inside his own sand wall. Lingji takes back his head from the corpse and hands over the fuming ears. 2 relics are awake now. The Destined One is still obeying the mission, but he is starting to feel the weight of what obedience is building inside him. The third trail takes him into the New West, a frozen land of copied temples and prison chants. Yellowbrow, a false holy king who once served Maitreya, the smiling Buddha of the future, runs the place because he wants to prove desire always wins. He carries Wukong's nose and turns worship into captivity. Kang Jin Lung, a constellation officer trapped under Yellowbrow's will, attacks over a frozen lake. Her fall smashes the gold symbols that trap Zhu Bajie. Zhu Bajie, Wukong's old brother-in-arms, joins the relic hunt because loyalty pulled him here, and the end of this road worries him. The moment he sees the Destined One fight, he recognizes Wukong in him, and the trip stops looking like a courier's errand.
Oh, he's spitting.
From here on, even Bajie starts to wonder if this monkey is not carrying Wukong, but replacing him. The Pagoda Realm drives that point harder. Yellowbrow rules it with seals and chants that turn prisoners into broken husks. The Destined One kills Captain Lotus Vision and breaks those seals, but the place has already shown him what control looks like when it becomes a whole system. Gangjin Star attacks again at Bitter Lake after Yellowbrow twists her mind even further. When the Destined One beats her, Yellowbrow stuffs him into a magic sack and hides Wukong's hubris nose under the lake while Bajie fights outside. His fake holiness cracks in the end. Maitreya, who sees farther ahead than he says, fishes the relic out after Yellowbrow falls. He also starts testing the Destined One for a road beyond the main hunt. The relic count reaches 3, but the meaning is still wrong. The Destined One keeps treating each win like one more step toward reviving the old great sage. The 4th trail goes under Webbed Hollow, where every path feels like bait. The 4th sister, a spider daughter who knows her house is a trap, keeps opening paths and quietly helping him. The 2nd sister treats him and Bajie as prey and captures Bajie. Violet Spider, the family's worn-out mother and Bajie's old lover, only wants one last meeting with him. Hundred-Eyed Taoist Master, the insect lord above the cave, wants celestial court protection so he can keep experimenting without fear. He gives Violet Spider the blood-stained needle. That lets him twist Bajie's mind and turn him against the Destined One.
What on earth?
Beating Bajie breaks the control, but it does not heal the past.
Now she wants to...
Violet Spider still reaches for what is gone. Bajie knows staying with her would only reopen the same wound. Off on Purple Cloud Mountain, the Destined One beats Duskvale, a ruined son of Bodhisattva Pilampo, and wins the Weaver's Needle. That matters because the Taoist's last defense is a field of living eyes. Then he takes the tongue relic back from Violet Spider by force and mortally wounds her. In the final fight, the Spider Sisters rush their master beside the monkey and get cut down or scattered. The needle tears open his golden eye domain, and without it, he dies like the beast he hid. He drops the envious tongue. The 5th trail turns from poison to old shame. Bull King, Wukong's sworn brother from long ago, holds Wukong's body relic because he once helped heaven attack Huaguo. He made that choice to buy time for his household, and it hollowed him out.
Who else could make them put their...
Rakshasi, his wife, carries the plantain fan, a divine wind fan strong enough to beat back Samadhi fire, and cares about one thing above all else. She wants her son saved. Red Boy, their son, would rather burn than kneel. He first hides as Ping Ping and drags the Destined One deeper into the family mess. Bull King finally tries to end it by handing Grieved Body over in peace, but Red Boy cuts in and devours it. That ruins the one clean handoff in the whole hunt. Heaven's debt poisons this family too. Red Boy fights with spear and Samadhi fire, then turns into Yaksha King after the relic tears through him. Rakshasi offers the plantain fan and begs for mercy. He refuses because mercy from above still feels like another chain. Once beaten, he kills himself before anyone can own him. The relic rises from the body anyway. The Destined One takes grieved body and the fan. Now 5 senses are inside him. That makes one mistake look like truth. Finish the body, take the power, and Wukong will stand up again. Back on Mount Huaguo, Heaven's soldiers still hold the slopes. The Supreme Inspector, a court executioner guarding the way up, tries to stop him and dies with his neck in the monkey's hands. A cloud grants the somersault cloud. Across the mountain, the Destined One gathers Wukong's old golden armor. In Water Curtain Cave, Jingubang, Wukong's iron staff that can shrink or swell at will, shrinks into his grip as if it always knew him. For one sharp moment, the body looks complete. He can fly like Wukong. He can dress like Wukong. He can wield the staff like Wukong. But a silhouette is not freedom. May matters. Maitreya opens that hidden road only after the Destined One passes the trials he has been setting in secret. Erlang Shen waits there because body and power were never the missing piece. He mocks the borrowed forms and tests every trick the monkey learned because he needs proof this successor can live through the truth. The fight grows past him and into the 4 heavenly kings, heaven's giant guards. The Destined One beats them too. After the fight, Erlang drops the act, reveals that the attack on Huaguo was Wukong's escape plan, and opens his third eye to pour Wukong's memories into the Destined One. All game, he, and we, kept acting like the relic hunt was about rebuilding Wukong's body, when the real move was to become the missing mind and learn why the circlet had to be refused. The story returns to the birthstone inside Wukong's stone remains. The old monkey, the ferryman at that grave, rows him through scenes from Wukong's life and says the great sage cannot return exactly as he was. He names the truth at last. The universe gives Wukong a successor, and that successor is this monkey. Stone Monkey comes first, splitting into elemental selves to guard the last door. Then the great sage's broken shell rises. It is Wukong's corpse with the senses gone, but the hands still remember everything. It dodges like him, clones like him, rides the cloud, steals a drink from his gourd, and throws it back because some of Wukong's old mischief still lives in the muscle. The Destined One beats that husk anyway. The 5 recovered relics merge into him. The corpse melts away. The circlet drops into the water. If he came here without Erlang's memories, the old monkey would lift that band and place it on his head. The body would be complete, and the chain would win. But with those memories, he knows exactly what sits in that water. He does not bow for it. He does not mistake obedience for inheritance. As the last images run backward through Wukong's life, the story stops pretending this was a resurrection. It is a birth. Wukong does not truly come back as the same man. A free successor is born, and for the first time, heaven does not get the headband on in time. And that is the story of Black Myth Wukong. If you want the full breakdown, every detail, head to our Substack. Link in the description.